Okay, I'm going to try to make this video quick here. This is how to practice meditation properly. If you're not practicing properly, then you're probably really not getting any results, very little if any. So let's talk about what meditation is not. Meditation is not visualization. Which is what most people think it is. Most people who are in the, for whatever word you want to use, the metaphysical crowd, the New Age crowd, have interest in meditation and these subjects. In my experience in meeting these people, I would have to say that 95 to 98% of them are either not practicing meditation or not practicing properly. So what the ego has done with you in this situation is it's gone, just like a Christian who's deluded himself into a certain box of beliefs, certain systems of religion, belief, whatever, spirituality. That's what you've done, but you've just shifted it from whatever spiritual reality or belief system you had or others have to this New Age one, okay? But you're not practicing. As long as you don't practice, it's worthless. So, in order to really get what you need, what you want, which is happiness, 100% of the time, there's a few requirements. One, you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be strictly honest all the time. You have to practice impartial self-observation, and you have to practice meditation, both active and passive. Okay? So, if whatever you think you're doing, that's meditation. Try practicing what I'm going to share with you here. Now, the great thing about meditation is it does not require any belief change for anybody. It's not like a religion where we say you got to do this or you got to do that. You just practice, okay? And eventually you develop your own wisdom, and no one needs to give you rules or anything. You just know what to do. And eventually, too, your intuition starts kicking in, and it literally will tell you which way to go at every turn. It'll be there telling you. And that's an awesome thing. So there's, I'm going to quickly go over the different levels. Not that it matters, and not that this is something to measure. But there's the neophyte, and most people, like I said, 95 to 98% who think they're on the spiritual path are just neophytes. A neophyte studies, but he doesn't practice, okay? The next step is the disciple. This disciple studies and practices meditation and eventually becomes the initiate in time. For me, it was about 10 years. This could be quicker, this could be longer. But if you've been meditating for 10 years or greater, and you have not had this experience, it's a sign that most likely you're not practicing correctly. So the initiate is one who has instantaneously moved into the higher consciousness deeply enough where he becomes one with that which is called God. So much so that everywhere you look, you see God. Everything has just instantly become God. You see it. It is as the Force is described in Star Wars. That is not something somebody pulled out of a hat. That's this, taken from this mystic philosophy, teachings. Okay? That's the Force. God is the Force. So eventually, through practicing properly, as I described, you will get to see God. God's presence stands before you 24/7, always. It fills every space. It is pure love. And as you gain skill in your practice, you'll be able to fill yourself up more and more and more with it. And it's obviously, that's what real happiness is. What most people think happiness is just pleasure. And everyone's hurrying through life, trying to get to the next moment where they can experience some pleasure. Okay, now how to practice properly. Impartial self-observation. In the beginning, the trick is to do a mental snapping of the fingers as often as possible. Come out of the ego beast trance-like state, the thinking, okay? And as soon as you do, look at what you were thinking about, direct your awareness to how it was making you feel, because thought triggers emotion. If you don't have, you have to have the thought to trigger an emotion, okay? So if you want to get control of your emotions, you have to learn to control this. So you wake up, you look at what you were thinking, you quickly evaluate it. Maybe you were thinking, that person over there was doing something that he shouldn't be doing, and then you look and you go, well, I wanted, was judging him, and I wanted him not to do that because it was making me feel this way, okay? And you're going to find that. And in that, you're going to discover that by thinking that you're trying to change people, help people, because you want the world to be a better place, it's because you want them to conform to your belief system, to conform so that you don't get upset by what they're doing, so it doesn't bother you. And that's what the practice of impartial self-observation will get you. You'll see it within yourself. Therefore, it's not me telling you. You actually saw it within yourself. You're honest now, so you can't deny it. And you go, oh, wow, look at that. And then you go, well, do I really want to continue doing this? I'm just doing it for myself, not to change the world, although I still want to change the world. So you see, this is how powerful this is. This is what it can do for you. Now, the other part of it is, as I describe in my book, the 3 solvents of suffering: surrender, detachment, and awareness. And awareness is really like the king of the ring here. It's all about moving into the moment and moving out of thought. So let's first talk about, if you're just starting, the gig is to wake up into the moment, to come out of the thought trance as often as possible. And what you need to do, what I recommend, is you get those little sticky notes and you write "wake up" or whatever you want on them, and place them in strategic places throughout the house, so they're going to be loud and bold and in your face, because you're going to fall asleep. You'll wake up with the intention of, okay, today I'm just going to wake up. I'm going to keep waking myself up over and over and over and over again, okay? And you'll wake up for the first hour, maybe 2 hours, maybe only 15 minutes, and you'll be doing it, and then you'll fall back asleep. Then you'll wake up, and then like hours will go by, maybe even like 8-10 hours, and you'll wake up and you'll, oh my God, how long has it been? And so that's why it's important, because you want to do it often. Why? Because you want to develop the habit, okay? Now, this is going to take 2 months or less. It can take as little as 2 weeks. If this stuff in the beginning, you can really get 2 weeks to 2 months, I say, okay? Thereabouts. There's no hard and fast rules. It might take longer, it might not. So, say after 2 months, when it's a habit and now you're just automatically waking up all the time, The gig is to, once you get into the moment, is to try to stay there as long as you can before you're sucked back into the sleeping state. Okay? So, how you practice. You do the mental snapping of the fingers. Now again, this is the active meditation. This is something you can and should be practicing all day, every day. All day, every day. Now I've been practicing personally all day, every day for 38 years now. And trust me, I processed a hell of a lot of suffering, and I am past the worst of it by far. And my experience in life now is amazing. The miraculous happens to me all the time now. The magical happens to me all the time now. And the way that I feel is absolutely incredible. I still have my challenges, of course. I have not reached mastery yet. And the beast still is very much alive in me, but I've got the collar and the leash on him. And I'm able to see the bullshit he's trying to pull. And it's still in my mind, that thing is trying to be righteous in motivating me to do things in the outer world, to make changes in the outer world. I still see it doing this. So you have to be very, very vigilant on this, okay? So, and by the way, if you start early enough, you can reach enlightenment in a lifetime. You can. It is very doable. Okay, so let's go to, we got impartial self-observation, which ties in with the three solvents. Okay, that goes in with the awareness. Okay, so here's the technique again for active meditation, what you're practicing all day, every day. Okay, so you wake up, no matter what you're doing, driving the car, washing the dishes, at work, standing in line buying groceries, whatever. You're doing this everywhere, all the time. Now you wake up, direct your awareness to your thoughts. Look at your thoughts and look at the real motivation behind them. Give them a quick analysis. Then direct your awareness to the feeling in your body. If you have a knot in your gut here, whatever it is, if it's bad, keep your awareness there and let the thoughts go. And become aware now. Try to feel this at the same time that you're directing your awareness into the moment, wherever you are. If you're in a grocery store, let your awareness encompass the whole sound in the store. Expand it out. Feel as though your awareness expands out in silence. And you just hear the sound, and you blur your eyes, and in the peripheral you see the movement. That's the state you want to be in right there. That's the awareness. The detachment part is you want to separate that awareness, now you're in your higher consciousness, from the outer world. Okay? This is your bliss here in the being. It's in the whole body. Mainly it's experienced here. Okay? In the sphere of around your head and your torso, okay, but you feel it in your whole body. So you separate that world outside of you, the people in it, and you go, okay, you don't give them the power to create or destroy that bliss, that feeling, that happiness, okay? They can add joy. And they can even still add joy if they're pissed off at you. If you're skilled enough, you can see the beautiful divine being within them and still experiencing joy. But that's what the things do. What everything outside of yourself does. Once you get to a certain skill level, it can only bring joy. Because you already got your happiness. You already got your bliss. So it just kind of gives it a, oh yeah, that's sweet. And you see the beauty there. God, joy and beauty are kind of intermingled like a pretzel, okay? So that's detachment. Don't, if they're upsetting you, okay, if someone's pissed off at you, and I go into this in more detail in my book here, you should get a copy, and this will teach you how to use this technique in situations where you're not reacting in the way that you want to, with love, to your experience, whatever it is. Okay? So, yeah, it's all about how you react. And this is how you want to practice reacting as I'm describing it. So now you're in the awareness, and people are behaving however they are, and you're going, okay, you're just like witnessing this, and you're going, they don't have the power unless I give it to them, okay? The power is in me in practicing what I'm doing right now. That's the power. If they do something that upsets me, it's not them. It's me lacking skill. And now, because they upset me, I have an opportunity to grow, to gain skill by applying this technique to the feeling in my body. Awareness, 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 awareness. Detachment, detachment, detachment. Don't judge. Don't judge yourself for how you react. Don't judge them for how they act. Okay? It's just a game, man. It's a game. And it's how you play it that either makes you really outrageously happy and powerful, or the opposite. Filled with darkness, despair, and powerless. Okay? So, the last part of this is surrender. Okay? Surrender to your experience, dum-dum. You can't change it. This is the kind of almost the heart of the matter. Everyone's trying to go around and change everything, right? Try to manipulate everything to get it set up just right so they can get the kind of pleasure that they want. And pleasure is not happiness. For as high as you go in pleasure, you will fall back into the same degree of pain. Okay? Falling in love with someone is a perfect example of this. Okay? For as high as you go in that love, you're going to end up that low. Being in love with someone is emotional lust. It's not real love. You can be in a relationship and have deep, deep love with your partner and not do this, not suffer at all, and not have what they do or don't do affect you. So surrender to your experience. Universe, or that which is called God, is perfect. Okay? I know this. Maybe you don't. If you practice, eventually you will get to this realization on your own, within yourself. And you will know, not because I'm telling you, not because you sense it, but because you know it. You are experiencing it. You're seeing it. In my 38 years of practicing, I have never seen any experience that anyone went through, including myself, that was not 100% perfect for them. If it's labeled bad, then it's an opportunity to not react to it that way. Because the bad is in the feeling that you're feeling, reacting to the experience. It's not the experience, and it doesn't matter what it is. I can recall training as a steel hauler years back. Being in the Ford Rouge plant. I live in Michigan, okay? And walking in to one of the buildings there, the side of the building and the whole Rouge plant at that point was pretty much trashed, okay? It was ugly, decrepit, nasty. Well, the side of this building was out, and there was this room. It wasn't huge. It wasn't very big, but there was oil cans and oily rags, and everything was brown and gray and yucky and oil all over. I have never seen anything that depicted mankind's slobbery than that. Okay? However, because I was deeply in the higher consciousness, I witnessed God in everything in there. Everything that I looked at, that intellectually I was perceiving as disgusting, as sublime and beautiful. That was a very, very profound experience for me, as you might imagine. That disgusting scene was not disgusting. It was sublimely beautiful, and there was God. So, no matter what you think is outside of yourself, it's about what's in here. So, surrender. Let God what's going to happen is God is going to bring you at your starting point, or wherever you're at right now, experiences in your relationships, wherever you are, whatever's going on, the things that you're demanding, okay, of the outer world. Okay, it's going to mirror that. And through practicing these techniques, you can stop reacting negatively to it, okay? And then once you pull it off, either it stops happening to you or that person moves out of your life. And I swear to God, that's what's going to happen if you haven't experienced it yet. And then you're going to get this like bliss after you process, and you're going to go, oh yeah, I'm feeling really good, man. Look at how I'm hot shit, you know? And then, boom! Shortly after that, universe is going to bring you the next one. And you know, ooh, I ain't such hot shit, am I? Okay, so you're going to get one after another in the perfect sequence. So kick back, surrender, and just practice. You don't have to worry about anything. God is going to take care of it all. All you have to do is practice, okay? That's it. This is your time to shine like the sun. You are incredibly powerful. You have no idea how powerful you are. You are God. You possess all the powers of the universe, all the powers of God. Right now, you've cut yourself off from it. This practice opens you up to it, and you will become the unlimited, divine, beautiful being of love and light that you are. Okay? So rock with it.